Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Iberian Gauge. So this is Iberian Gauge set up as a 3-player game. The game is about purchasing stock, controlling the companies to do stuff and to make money back in and increase the value of the stock. We run in rounds. We start with the stock round, then we go to a building the trains round, then another stock round, 2 building trains, etc., and finish after the 4th stock round and another building trains. So the way this works, the player who owns the engine of the train is regarded as first player. Everyone has 40 money to start with. The first person chooses one of the 5 train lines, which are down here. They will come in any order, whatever order they are put down. For example, Blue may choose to go after red, or he may choose to purchase an orange. For the moment, however, he thinks he might actually purchase a yellow. So we move yellow onto the dividend line. We move one of the blue marker's cubes into the yellow space. Yellow then chooses how much he's going to pay. He can pay between 12 and 36 money for that one share. And he thinks right from the outset he might actually set that at 16. So he pays 16 money to the yellow company. Now the reason to set that higher rather than lower is that a company needs money in order to place the trains down. So buying it for a higher share value puts more money into the company, thus allowing the company to purchase more stuff potentially. Once the share has been purchased, the person purchasing the share of the very first time it's purchased, not any of the others, but the very first time, will place a locomotive in one of the major cities. The major cities are the spots that are surrounded by red, and he thinks he might place it there as a starting position. Then it's red's turn. I may call it pink, I may call it red. It's somewhere in between. My eyes don't work great, but let's just go with it. He's going to purchase from the purple company, and he'll actually spend 20 money on his shares. So there's 20 money, and he also places the purple, he'll place it there. Next up, green is going to purchase from a company, and what he's going to do, sorry, purple should have moved that line onto there as well. Green is going to purchase one of the red companies, so that pushes that one there. He's only going to pay 12 money for it. He's going to place the starting one just here. Okay, we come back around to blue. This can keep going for as long as you have money to purchase shares. Blue is not able to purchase any more yellow shares, but can purchase from any of the other companies. And blue thinks there's value in jumping in on that $12 share from the red company. Because red already has a locomotive on the board, we don't do anything else to that. That just stays where it is. Pink thinks that he might also jump in on the yellow line. So he's going to have to pay 16 money. It's paid into the yellow line. Green thinks there's value in jumping in on one of these other 2 lines. So he thinks he'll jump in on blue. So blue pushes up there. And once again, he's going to set that at just 12 money. So there's the 12 money going to blue. And he thinks he'll place the engine over on this side. We come back to blue. Blue only has 12 money. So what he thinks he might do is use that 12 money to jump in on the blue line. This guy only has 4 money left, so he can't afford to do anything. So he has to pass. Green only has 11 money left. Everyone is up to the 12, so he doesn't have enough to be able to afford to get in on any of the other companies. So now what happens is that we move to the building phase. So the way this works is we start at the top of this line and work our way down. Pink or red player will build for the purple company. Purple is here. So everyone only builds one engine for each of these stock that are coming through. So what I might do is just line these up so I don't use too many. Purple to start with will build onto the end of his line. Because he's gone there, the cost of where you're building is here, so it costs 4 money from the company, so it's 4 money paid. Because he's gone on a city, that pushes him up 1 spot on that area. Then we come down to green, builds for the blue line. Once again, he'll build there, which costs 4 money. So 4 money goes across into the bank. So he's done his building, which pushes blue up 1 as well. Then this guy gets to build 1, and he thinks that it might be valuable for him to build just there. So building just there costs 4 money. So once again, 4 money is spent. Coming down, then green gets to build for the red guy. And he thinks there's value in building there. Once again, that will cost 4 money. Then blue will build to there, which puts him into a city, costs 4 money again. Then we come down to this one, and he will build there, which is 4 money. And the last one will build there, which pushes him up on this line as well. And that costs 4 money, taking the change. Now, each of them have managed to link to another city. That's really important. If you don't manage to link to another city, then however many people you have invested in the company causes you to come backwards on this line. So for example, if red had placed their second engine there instead of in the city, I'll move that back in a second, but if they had placed it there, this red has 2, so red would have moved down to only being worth 4 money instead of being worth 12. Orange doesn't have anyone invested in it, so orange stays off with nothing happening in there for the moment. Now, something that I should have been doing on each step, so for each line, is paying out the dividend at the end of each round. So when purple put in his 1 rail, this player should have received the purple dividend of where they are, so 4 money. 4 money going to that player. Then the other 3 get spots that don't have anyone in them, get money into the company. So that's 12 money coming back into the company. Then we come to blue. When blue places it out, he has moved his things up. So every share is worth 3 money on his dividend. So green gets 3 money and blue gets 3 money. Then 9 money comes back to the company for the empty shares that haven't been sold yet. Then we come down to red. Red also managed to connect to a city, so it's okay. No one's moving backwards, but we need to do this as the thing is happening each time. So what's going to happen, red is 3 money per person. So it's 3 money goes to green, 3 money goes to blue, and then 12 money comes into the company. Yellow is worth 4 money per share. So blue gets 4 money, pink or red gets 4 money, and then 8 money come back into the company. And because orange isn't on the board yet, there's no shares paid out either direction. Okay, the next thing that happens is we move to the next round. This player is going to start building out this direction. For difficult terrain, it's going to cost 8 money. So purple's paying 8 money to go across there. He hasn't made it to another city, so his value gets downgraded. But he still pays out the 4 money for each spot. So 4 money goes to this player and 12 money goes into the bank of that company. Okay, so all of the shares have now been sold. We're into the last round of placing trains. Who currently has 4 of these major cities. He needs to get 5 to get that bonus. He has 4 trains that he can place. So he's going to want to travel through other trains. So the way this works is his best bet is to probably try and get to this one So he will spend 2, 4, 6 money to blue, and then 4 money to the bank to place there, which pushes his share up by his dividend up by 1. Then he'll pay 2, 4 money to blue, change, and 4 money to the bank to place here, and that pushes him up by 1 and pushes his share value forward by 1. He has a total of 12 money left. He thinks that there's more value in coming this way and going for that one than there is to go for that one. In terms of the actual amounts paid out, it'll be the same, but by going to here, he's paying 4 money to blue. So 4 money to blue, it's 2 money per spot. 4 money to the bank to place that one in, which pushes that up 1 more, and another 4 money, which is the last of his monies, to place that one in, which pushes him forward 1 there, pushes him up 2 here, which also pushes him forward 1 more on the stock. The payout now goes to each of the individuals. Of course, the companies aren't getting any more money because all of them have been bought. 22 money for each share, which means there's 22 money going to the red player, there's 22 money going to the blue player, and there's 44 money going to the green player. Now notice that each time he went into a city, he pushed this up higher. Also notice that he didn't have to now build the train track all the way through. What he's done is he has hired the track to get from city to city. Once he's in the city, then he can keep extending his line by hiring the track. And that's exactly what he has done with each of those purchases. So this is, or lease is what they call it here, and it's paid to the rail, depending on the extent of that terrain that you're going through. The other thing that Purple has now managed to do is he's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these major cities, which pays him another 15 money. And that 15 money dividend that comes in for connecting the 5 cities goes to each of the shareholders. So he's going to get 15 money, blue is going to get 15 money, and he will get 30 money because he has 2 shares in the company. We then come down to blue, who currently has 1, 2, 3 of those major cities. So he's really trying to get to the other 2. May not have enough line to get there because he only has 4 rails. So if he comes up this way, there's 2 of them gone. If he goes that way, that will get him the lines that he needs. So he has enough rail to get there. He may not have enough money. So let's see how this plays out. He'll start by coming up here. So 4 money, come up to this space. 2 money to red and 4 money to the bank. So it's just been paid to come to this space. So this one pushed him up by 1, which pushed that forward. This one pushes him up by 2 and pushes forward 1. So he now has 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Now to get over to here, he's going to have to spend 8 money to orange. He may not have enough. He only has 16 money total. So it's going to cost him 12 money to get to this city, and that leaves him with 4 money only, which isn't going to be able to enable him to get across to that one. So what he might do instead with his last 2 rails is place one of them here for 4 money and place the last one there for another 4 money, and that pushes his dividend up by 1, which pushes his company value forward by 1 again. Now each of the owners gets paid out. So it's 14 money per share with their dividend amount. The way this now works to work out the winner is for each share you own in a company, you add that value. It's up to you whether you just math it or if you actually hand out the money, but let's just run through really quickly. So this player, it's $48 per share. So this guy only has the 1 share. Blue will do the same thing, and green, we'll put 4 in. Okay, then we come down to blue is valued at 40 per share. This guy will get 40. These guys are getting 80 each. Then the red one, which is 48 per share again. Then you come to this guy, who is sitting at 52 a share. And the last one is also worth 52 a share. Then all that happens is they add up their monies, and whoever has the most money wins. And with the count up completed, this player got 538, this guy got 629, and blue won with 698. I hope that helps you get Iberian Gauge to the table. If there are any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.